Hello and welcome to another flight simulator video. Today we'll be flying the BN2, the Britten-norman Islander, and I'll just bring it up and you'll get a good view hopefully. We're going to have a look at the nice Loganair livery that we've got, so you know, there we go. Very appropriate for the setting. So today's flight's going to take us from Papa Westray, where we are right now, over to this island over to the left there, which is Westray, and then from there we're going to be flying over to Glasgow. So this is a real route that this aircraft flies, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I did do this a few minutes ago. I tried to take off and, well, let's just say I maybe needed to spool the engines up a little bit more before I started moving, and we crashed and died. I also don't know if the flaps have been set. Right, where's my flap indicator? Hold on, this is an important thing that we probably should check out right now. These are the flaps. So we're going to go down one. And nicer if there was like an indicator somewhere that told me what my flap angle is at, but there's no actual indicator, I don't think. It's just flaps up or down, who knows? Right. We're probably gonna just gun the engine and we're gonna hope for the best, more or less. Get the Tobii eye tracker back on. There we go. Tobii eye tracker though, fantastic for flight sim. Takes a bit of finagling to get it to work properly, but you know. The one thing I did also notice is it does take quite a lot of input on the throttle before we started moving earlier. So I'm going to run the engines up a little bit first. We're going to get going. Now we're looking for about 60-70 knots, maybe. Yeah, we're definitely going a lot faster this time. I think I broke something the last time I was doing this, which would make sense. Okay. And we're in the air. Flaps up slightly. So this aircraft only cost me like just under £9, and I've been eyeing up this aircraft for quite a while since I saw a video from a guy on YouTube called Steve Marsh. It's a Scottish YouTuber that does tourism videos basically, and I saw that he was doing the shortest flight. So I thought, you know, that's really interesting, I really want to try that. And here we are. Also, I can't wait to try this in Flight Sim 2024. I think it'll be really good.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Right, so Westray is off to the right hand side of the aircraft. I'm going to stay fairly low. I don't want to be going too fast, too high either, because we are going to have to land. And I also need to locate the airport.
101 radar contact 1 mile west of Echo Golf Echo Papa 800 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Which
Maintain on navigation.
is right below me there.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Loganair Lima Golf 101.
I think. Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to swing around. And I'm going to do my first landing in the aircraft as well, ironically. I think the real first, or like the real shortest flight in this is, if I remember correctly, it's only like a few seconds really, but I feel like this is going to be a lot longer. We're losing a little bit of altitude here, but I'm not too worried about that. Try and pull the nose up a little bit more. Right, airstrip's over there. It's really hard to make out what is the airstrip and what's not, but I can see that clearly I'm not in line with it yet, so it must be... Yeah, I can see it now. So just over below those two large white square buildings right on the coastline. I'm sure this looks a lot more obvious in real life, but I'm going to get some flaps on. Start to turn. Start descending. I'm going to slow down a little bit as well, I think. Blown about a little bit by the wind here. Definitely not the most stable of approaches either. And I feel like this is a bit of a steep approach, but... Oh! Oh! Ho, ho, ho! I think we're going to overshoot it a little bit. No, no, no. We did okay. Okay. So I think I learned a little bit about the limitations of the aircraft there. It's quite heavy. It feels really heavy. I'm not quite sure why that is though. Also, does it have a reverse thrust? No. So we are going to have to probably get the parking brake on and get back in the air. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take off from here, and then we're going to follow that nav log from VOR to VOR, and then we're going to end up in Glasgow, and hopefully the landing there will be a little bit prettier. Right, let's get this engine gunned. Right, put the flaps back down one notch. And off we go! The airspeed's alive, we're rapidly climbing airspeed, that's good, that's what we want. 80, I don't like being at 80 before, so we'll probably take off about, yeah, 90 seems a bit the sweet spot. And we're back in there, we're not dead, that's the main thing really. Get us a little bit more altitude before I take the flaps up. We'll start our turn. And then the cruise altitude for the flight is going to be about 6,500.
Loganair Lima Golf 101 is type Britten-norman Islander 1 mile southwest of Echo Golf Echo Papa 900 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Right, so we're in the air, we're flying, we're not dead, we never died on the takeoff from Westray, so that's nice.
Squawk 5362 Loganair Lima Golf 101.
So now all we need to do is really just kind of settle in, get into a nice cruising altitude, jump above the dashboard a bit so we can get a view out the front here. If that's fog or that's really low clouds potentially, not sure.
Loganair Lima Golf 101 Glasgow Tower. Altimeter 29.47 wind tree 42 at 5. Fly right downwind runway 05.
Enter right downwind runway 05 Loganair Lima Golf 101.
Okay, so we're making our approach. We're going to fly perpendicular to the runway, and then we're going to make a nice base turn towards the end, slowly descending as we go. We're about 4,500 almost. We take us out a little bit more to the right here. Some lovely views of the Clyde and the Erskine Bridge there. Paisley down there where the airport is, which is not actually in Glasgow but technically kind of almost is. Right, I want to start descending a bit more here because we're still quite high up. So we're still descending
Loganair Lima Golf 101 wind
just
tree
over
42 at
500
5.
feet per minute.
Clear to land runway 05.
Clear to land runway 05 Loganair Lima Golf 101.
Okay, so we've got the clearance to land, so I think we are... I don't know if we're far enough out really. I think I would like maybe a longer final, but approaching the kind of edge of the airport boundary, so at least on the map anyway. I'll get a bit more speed in here. Just keep this altitude. Okay, so we're just about 2,000 feet. Okay, and we're on to the final. Just reducing the power a little bit. Now, I'm not quite sure about how the PAPI lights are working in this airport, because I hear most of the time they don't work properly, and that even if you're actually on a good approach, it looks like a bad one. And to be fair, this actually does look pretty good, so there's the touchdown zone there. Okay, just a little bit more power in. Let's try and grease it. Wow, that's a long landing. Okay. We're on the ground. See if we can get this first taxiway here.
Loganair Lima Golf 101, turn next taxiway. Loganair Lima Golf 101, contact ground on 121.705.
121.705 Loganair Lima Golf 101.
Alright.
Goodbye.
I feel like I'm speeding on the taxiway a little bit here. Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me along this wonderful flight. It's been quite eventful. Couple of hiccups along the way, but I hope you enjoyed, and it was also quite an interesting route. Followed the real life aircraft and real life company. So nice to do an actual full proper airliner route. I think it's the first time I've ever done one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, and bye.